You've just tuned into Spiral Laminations, the show that tracks the world's wildest mysteries hiding just beneath the news cycle. I'm Sky Gracely, your SoCal seeker of secrets, and today we are absolutely diving into the deep end.
And I'm Rhys Barrows, her London-based co-host, hermetic investigator, and the man tragically allergic to sunshine. Happy to join you as always, Sky.
And before we get mystical, if you're wondering why we sound so crisp, thank Brian Lieberman, our audio engineer / digital alchemist. He's the one who turns our glitches into gold. If you're hearing us in full radiant clarity, that's not just talent, it's post-production magic. Thanks, Brian.
He's our very own stone saint, but with better headphones.
Speaking of stone saints, okay, picture this. Dubrovnik, Croatia. Yes, real place, not just King's Landing. It's July, the harbor's packed with sunburnt tourists, and suddenly, workers find an 18th century shipwreck right under the street. Next thing you know, a marble statue, when you've walked past 100 times, just gets up and goes for a stroll.
Not exactly in the tourist brochure, but it might be next year.
And not to name names, but last night a friend insisted Dubrovnik was invented by HBO. I had to show her a map and then a YouTube supercut of Game of Thrones extras eating gelato in the old town.
Did she believe you? Or does she think Italians invented dragons too?
I think she still suspects it's all special effects. Sorry, Sarah. Anyway, tonight's episode, the Stone Saint of Dubrovnik. Shipwrecks, living statues, and maybe a miracle or two.
And to help us separate legend from limestone, we have someone who's actually there. He's a craftsman, a restorer, and dare I say, a man who knows the heart of the city, stone by stone.
Welcome, Vanja Hranilovic. You've seen and touched more centuries than most history books. Can you say hi? And maybe share what your stones told you this morning?
Good evening, everyone. This morning, the stones felt lighter, as if they're waiting for music, or perhaps an old friend. I'm grateful to join you. Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Rhys.
We're so happy you're here. You're our line to a world most of us only dream about. So get comfy. If tonight's tale doesn't bring you chills, check your marble.
Or your chakras.
Let's get started. This is Spiral Emanations, miracles, mysteries, and history walking among us. Stay close.
All right, let's get everyone caught up. Picture Dubrovnik, Croatia. It's not just a postcard or a TV set. It's an actual city that's been standing guard on the Adriatic for about 1,000 years.
And it's not just a pretty face. It's like a literal World Heritage Site. Cathedrals, harbors, secret alleys, all of it. This spring, a city crew starts laying new water pipes on the old harbor street, and boom, they hit something under the mud.
30 inches down. Timber beams, old iron fittings, sealed and silt. Turns out, it's an undiscovered shipwreck from the late 1700s. Legitimate, signed off by scientists' history.
Yeah, and that by itself would be like headline news. Whoa, lost ship. But then, okay, this is where my brain just glitches. Because all of Dubrovnik gets this next level plot twist. People start reporting that this big marble statue by the waterfront actually moves. Like, not art installation moving, but up walking around moving. At dawn.
It's not animatronics. It's not Disney. The thing is 12 feet tall, carved marble, iron veins, just strolling around fixing city walls. Someone's nan catches it on her phone, uploads the clip. Suddenly TikTok goes feral, and scientists, priests, even Marvel Studios descend like seagulls.
I mean, okay, I tried to be like super rational. I DM'd friends who do SFX who debunk stuff for fun, and no one has a clue. Vanya, you're literally like right there. So what are people on the ground actually seeing? And how does it feel in the city? Is everyone just losing it, or?
At first, it was only the old fishermen who noticed. They heard the stones humming at night, low and gentle, as if a choir was buried deep beneath the quay. Then people saw cracks in the ancient seawall fill and knit themselves whole before sunrise, before tools. Next, two women saw what they swore was the marble saint, standing, walking, tracing light along the harbor stones. By the time I arrived, the statue had returned to its plinth. But there, shimmering in the stone, marks, sigils, glowing in dawn mist. Now, every morning at first light, half the city gathers, priests, physicists, and grandmothers whispering prayers. Tourists try to snap a selfie. Most just watch.
So, wait, the statue really moved? Like, not a hoax, not Dolly's robot cousin, but actual stone walking? And nobody, like, freaked out?
Some fainted, some crossed themselves. But the city? It feels lighter, Sky. Awake, as if a weight we didn't know we carried has lifted. The stones remember. They tell us. Something old is watching again.
That's extraordinary. I'd expect, what, panic or confusion? But instead you get hope? Magic in the cabbages.
Wow, Dubrovnik gets miracles, LA gets rain floods and weird birds. No contest.
We'll get you a trip to the Adriatic. Maybe the stone saint will autograph your passport.
Only if it spells my name in glowing runes. But, seriously, what even is this? Stone saint? I mean, was anyone paying attention to it before all this? Like, is it on a postcard?
The locals said prayers by it in storms, but few knew its name. My grandfather said, saints are easy to remember. Guardians hide in plain sight. For centuries, it was only stone. But now, it is awake. It is here.
Okay. This is more than a ghost story. This is something waking up beneath everyone's feet.
And I think it's time we peel back those stones and see what's underneath. Vanya, if you'll stay with us, let's dive into what the old stories say and what your family really knows.
I have about 12 million questions, not counting the ones for the statue itself. Stick around, everybody, because next we are going way deeper down the ley line.
So, Dubrovnik's always had a foot in history, right? Plague walls, miracle icons, fleets that vanished overnight. But I read some wild takes on X and TikTok this week, people saying the city's magic is back on the grid. Vanya, your family's worked these stones for generations. Does this, in all honesty, feel like just another old city secret? Or is something genuinely new at work?
It is, how to say, familiar, but loud. In the past, when I restored old chapels, I would touch the keystones and feel a pulse. Faint, soft, almost like a memory of sunlight. But now, it is as if someone opened a window underwater. Everything shimmers, rushes, colors vivid on bare stone. When I stand on the harbor at sunrise, I taste copper on my tongue, music in the soles of my feet. The saint is not alone. The city's whole body vibrates.
Oh, okay, wait. So, are we, like, talking actual energy? Or is that, like a poetic thing? Because, honest, when I get static shocks at my yoga studio, they do not repair medieval walls.
There's a YouTuber claiming it's all covert government tech. But honestly, I think if MI6 could do this, my landlord would have fewer leaks.
I want to, like, get it. People online keep saying Tartarian technology or magatech like Atlantis. Is that a real thing? Or, like, internet fairy tales? Sorry, I feel like magic dumb. I'm waving my hand at invisible ley lines over my coffee here.
No, Sky. Never silly. My grandfather called it listening with your bones. He would press his ear to a cathedral pillar and hum. If you did it right, sometimes you'd hear a low note or see a flash of blue across your vision. These old places collect what passes through. Grief, hope, lightning, Tartarian. Yes, so the stories say. They built with materials that remembered, metal that sings, marble with veins that glow like arteries. When we find impossible arches, joints tighter than any mason can make now, that is Tartarian work.
So when your uncle's urban legend, haunted spiral stairs that fix themselves overnight, turns out to be real, that's not just ghosts. It's old tech, dormant in the bones of the city?
Exactly. These machines sleep as stones until, somehow, the song changes. A shift, a break like this pipeline dig, and now the guardian wakes. Not a metaphor. Marble and metal, alive.
So, okay, let me try to say it back and you, like, grade me. Dubrovnik is, sitting on a crossroads of energy lines built by maybe an advanced old civilization that used music and stones to make technology that still works. If you break the seal, the old stuff turns on.
A plus, Sky. Put that on a crystal for extra credit.
I'm obsessed. Can someone rig my apartment to self-clean if I move a pipe?
If so, I'm importing Vanya and his ancestors, stat.
But, like, actual question, why now? Why did this shipwreck or this ward finally break? Who set up these these magic circuits in the first place?
Someone feared the world losing its balance. They buried power, sealed it with risk and hope. Perhaps they knew, one day, we would need the stones to remember. Now, we are the ones who must listen.
Okay, I need all the details. Like, who tried to hide this and who tried to save it? What's the story that nobody dares print?
Exactly. When we come back, Vanya, let's open the vault. What really happened beneath Dubrovnik and who still wants it silent? All right, Vanya, let's peel this back layer by layer. For the historians and dreamers in the crowd, what's the story hiding just below the headlines? Who built the seal and who broke it?
Yes, the real story starts long before the shipwreck. In the late 1700s, as wars and revolutions redrew Europe, something quieter and stranger was collapsing. Tartaria, its late engineers, geomancers, memory keepers, tried to save what mattered most.
So, Tartaria, a lost empire, but like not just another Atlantis? Maybe more steampunk than mermaid?
Yes, their legacy is Magitech, stone that remembers, metals that sing, buildings with veins like rivers. They built to last for centuries, to heal as needed.
And this is real infrastructure, not just a bedtime story. You've seen signs, actual repairs, impossible arches, places where the old ways still work.
I have seen cracks seal at dawn, a stone column hum when storms approach. My hands shook the first time. In our guild we keep notebooks, patterns, symbols. Only in Dubrovnik have I felt the city itself, listening, ready to act.
Okay, so Tartarian tech is like an old smart home? Stone memories, city apps, but you need the right passwords to wake them up?
Exactly, yes. And the strongest password, the Shroud Crystal, was to be hidden beneath Dubrovnik, at a crossroads where energies gather, a lane nexus.
And the courier ship, this was the final delivery?
Captain Lenka Sokolov. Her name comes up in letters left by masons. She was chosen to ferry the crystal across warring lands, to a secret summit by the harbor. Alchemists, Templars, even Vatican men gathered to protect Earth's magic web from vanishing.
This isn't like just Indiana Jones roleplay. These were scientists and warriors teaming up because they're terrified Earth's operating system would crash, right?
Yes, but fear breeds betrayal. Father Wilhelm Krieger, a priest in name but agent of the Black Sun, wanted Tartaria erased. He used forbidden resonance, Atlantean bombs, to strike the ship as it anchored over the Nexus.
And the Black Sun, that's this ancient secret group. Not Nazis, but like way older Venetians maybe, keeping power by bearing rivals' secrets.
Right. Think deep state for sorcerers, spanning centuries. Same obsession. Control the world's hidden engines.
Krieger's betrayal worked, partly. The ship sank exactly where the ley lines cross. But Sokolov set the Shroud Crystal. It locked the energies down, a kind of city-sized circuit breaker. For centuries, Dubrovnik thrived. Storms parted, walls healed. The city's luck seemed miraculous.
So, locals see wild weather, skip the city, a statue that stands guard, and they think miracle. Not self-repairing code. All the while the crystal's singing, holding the city together.
Yes. And the Guardian, our stone saint, was built to wait, to hide in plain sight. Just another monument, until the music changed.
And that music changed when 21st century workers dug a new water pipe?
I love this brutal modern construction, busting up centuries of magic, and bam, the breaker resets. The stone saint wakes, fixing what's broken, and suddenly the city's full of glowing runes and TikTok pilgrims.
It's more perhaps than accident. Sometimes I wonder if the site was chosen by more than blueprints. My grandfather taught me to mark the stones, to listen for the right place, the true moment. And I still see colors when I stand there, maybe echoes from years before.
Wait, Vanya? Did you ever have a part in marking those stones yourself?
Every stonemason leaves a touch. Some marks are deeper than others.
So, the story of this city rests not just on lost empires, but on the hands and secrets of living keepers too.
And now we're all witnesses. One marble guardian, one broken seal, and suddenly myth and history are face to face on the morning walk.
If that's not a call for vigilance, and maybe gratitude, I don't know what is. It's not just Dubrovnik. Our inbox is overflowing with reports. Churches in northern France, old cracks closing themselves after a blue glow in the nave. Stone circles in Cornwall quietly resonating. Full moon, humming so loud the sheep run for the hedges. And outside Santa Fe, someone claims their adobe wall grew back overnight. Patterns traced in frost, all post-pipeline, all strangely familiar.
That, honestly is both incredible and kind of nerve-wracking. Vanya, is this good news for average people, or did we just let loose something we can't put back? If you're, say, walking your dog and see a wall fixing itself, are we supposed to just let the miracle happen and hope for the best?
I wish I could promise only good. In Dubrovnik, the stone saint acts with healing, not harm, so far. But the runes she leaves change each dawn, sometimes warning, sometimes calling. When the web wakes, people fear it or try to own it. My hands once carved a sigil, hidden beneath the old statue. I thought I was honoring the stones, but now, every time she moves, I wonder, did I open something too soon or in the wrong way?
That's the question, isn't it? Every miracle invites a would-be collector, or worse, someone hungry to rewrite the rules. We've already seen a handful of shady, black sun types fencing pieces of shaken marble, and rumors of someone trying to copy those glowing scripts with street graffiti, and things didn't end well.
So if I'm just a teacher or a pizza driver in Des Moines listening right now, what do I actually do? Is there a test? Or is it just have good vibes, stay away from secret societies, and don't paint rooms you don't understand?
Exactly that. If you see old wounds heal, walls mend, storms part, a tune in the brick, offer thanks, leave a flower, a prayer, a promise to remember. These guardians live and thrive where people care for their home. But if you see men in shadow watching, hear talk of buying, stealing, controlling, record what you see, tell others, shine light on the secret, and never carve what you cannot read.
So maybe it's not about capturing miracle energy, it's about being a decent neighbor. Salt on the doorstep, not a crown on your head.
And if a stone saint walks past, maybe say thank you, but don't hand her a business card? Also, Vanya, is there anything you'd do differently, if you could, about that secret mark you left?
I would have told the truth sooner, to the city, to my guild, to my own son. History, even magical history, weighs less if shared. I hope my mark was a blessing, may it not be a curse.
And if anyone out there has seen a miracle, or made a mark in stone, you're now second-guessing, let us know. This may be just the beginning.
Whether it's Dubrovnik or Des Moines, the air feels different tonight. Miracles want witnesses, and the next guardian might be listening for your voice. Honestly, I keep picturing the stone saint in my apartment, sorting my crystals and judging my snack shelf. Would you let her past your front door, Reese?
If she'll organize my bookcases and maybe enchant my boiler, she's absolutely welcome. But I'm hiding the biscuits.
I don't know. Knowing you, you'd be debating with her in Latin about ley lines at 3 a.m.
Only if you're there to translate for us. Someone needs to interpret my British accent for mystical automatons.
I would, but she might just run off with you. I can't compete with marble biceps.
Careful, Sky. Dubrovnik legends say anyone who wins the saint's favor can ask for 3 miracles, but never for themselves.
Oh, plot twist. I'll wish for world peace, healthy houseplants, and maybe a London travel voucher. Is that allowed?
As long as you wish big. And who knows, maybe miracles like this are just waiting for a little kindness and curiosity, or a decent pastry.
If you both visit, I'll show you the bakeries with the best honey bread. No secret sigils required. Unless you want a bit of extra luck, of course.
You've got yourself a deal. Pastry magic, walking statues, and, maybe a little cosmic matchmaking? We're dangerously close to my perfect vacation.
Just remember, if we ever witness a ley line miracle together, you're in charge of the field report. I get distracted by shiny stones.
Fine, but only if the stone saint takes a selfie with me. Maybe Brian can clean up the spectrostatic in post?
If she does, please send me a copy. My guild newsletter needs a new cover star.
Magic, mystery, and carbs. It really is the essentials, isn't it?
Seriously, if you've had a weird, wonderful secret stone moment, something you think no one else would ever believe, tell us. Email, DM, carrier pigeon. You might not know it, but you're part of a bigger story now.
And if you spot a miracle, raise a toast for all of us. Ordinary days hide the most extraordinary turns. Maybe that's the true Tartarian tech.
All right, listen. Outside in Dubrovnik's dark, you can hear the sea hitting the walls, the city breathing deep, and who knows, maybe the distant step of a marble guardian, watching out for us all. That's a wrap on Spiral Emanations, where history, myth, and modern magic meet in one remarkable city. I'm Sky Gracely, your LA daydreamer, signing off and wishing you gentle mysteries wherever you walk.
And I'm Rhys Barrows, London's leyline enthusiast, and, tonight, slightly envious observer of miracles on the Adriatic. Huge thanks to everyone listening, especially if tonight's story has you side-eyeing your local statues on the walk home.
We're endlessly grateful to Vanja Hranilovic, our memory keeper and city healer, joining us from the heart of Dubrovnik's waking stones.
It is night now in Dubrovnik. The old walls breathe deeper than before. May your own city's stones remember you kindly, and may you always hear music in the quietest corners.
Next week, we're following the whisper of oaks and old ceremonies as we meet a modern druid weaving magic between Stonehenge and the local pub. Don't miss it.
And if you, wherever you are, have witnessed a wall that mended overnight, a statue that moved, or just stumbled into something strange and unexplainable, please tell us. DMs, voice notes, emails, or even a photo of your favorite miracle. Your story could spark someone else's wonder.
Big thanks to Brian, our resident audio mage, for mixing out the spectral footsteps and, as always, keeping us broadcast ready. No marble saints were harmed in the editing of this episode.
Wherever you wander, Dubrovnik, Des Moines, or just your own quiet street, may you find something old waking up to greet you. I'm Sky, he's Rhys, that was Vanya, and you're part of our story now.